Our mind itself is a farmer and our body is a beautiful farm. We should sow the farm with the seeds of God's name. These profound words were spoken by Guru Nanak, the founder of the Sikh faith. He believed that with love, these seeds would grow and bear fruit, enough to nourish not just one, but all. This is a story from his childhood that perfectly illustrates this beautiful philosophy. In the village of Talavandi in Punjab, there lived a farmer named Mehta Kalu. He had a son, Nanak, who from a very young age was deeply devoted and spiritual. When Nanak grew older, his father sent him to school. After his lessons, his daily chore was to take the family's cows to the fields for grazing. But for Nanak, this wasn't just a chore. In the quiet of the fields, surrounded by nature, he would lose himself in singing devotional songs, his heart full of love for the divine. One afternoon, while Nanak was deep in prayer, an elderly farmer approached him. "Young man," he said, his voice a little weary from age, "I must go on a journey for 4 days. Could you please watch over my farm until I return? The fields are ripe with wheat. Usually, I harvest about 10 sacks from this land. If you look after it for me, I'll give you 1 full sack of wheat for your trouble." Nanak, with his kind heart, readily agreed. The old farmer, relieved, set off on his journey, trusting his precious crop to the young boy. Nanak found a tall tree near the edge of the farm and climbed up to get a good vantage point. From there, he could watch over the entire field, a golden sea of wheat swaying in the gentle breeze. It was a beautiful sight. Soon, however, a large flock of sparrows descended upon the field. They chirped happily as they began to peck at the ripe grains. Anyone else would have shooed them away immediately, worried about the loss. But Nanak saw things differently. He closed his eyes and prayed. "Oh, dear God, these are your creatures, and this is your abundance. Please take care of the farmer's crops, and please feed these hungry sparrows from your own endless supply." And so, for the next 4 days, this became a daily ritual. The sparrows would arrive, and Nanak would watch them eat, trusting in a higher power to provide for everyone. He never once threw a stone or shouted to scare them away. He simply sat in his peaceful vigil, his heart overflowing with compassion for all living beings. When the 4th day arrived, so did the old farmer. As he approached his land, his heart sank. He saw the sky filled with sparrows, feasting on his wheat. His face turned red with anger as he stormed over to Nanak. "What have you done?" he yelled. "I trusted you with my livelihood, and you've let the birds destroy it. You've been careless and lazy." Nanak remained calm and serene. He looked at the furious farmer with gentle eyes and said softly, "Please, sir, do not be angry. Your crops are safe. I simply gave God's crops to God's little birds. Before you judge, please, just harvest the field and count your sacks. You will see." Though skeptical and still fuming, the farmer decided to do as Nanak said. He began the hard work of reaping the wheat, his anger simmering with every swing of his sickle. As he threshed the grain and filled the sacks, a look of pure astonishment slowly replaced the anger on his face. 1 sack, 2, 3. He kept counting until he reached 10. But there was still more wheat. By the time he was finished, he had filled not 10, but 11 full sacks of wheat. He stood there, stunned, staring at the extra sack. It was more than the field had ever produced before. In that moment, in there stood. This wasn't a miracle of the earth, but a miracle of faith. He realized that Nanak's profound devotion and unwavering trust in God's abundance had not only protected his crop, but had made it multiply. Humbled, the old farmer approached Nanak, his eyes filled with tears of remorse and awe. He bowed his head and asked the young boy for forgiveness, having witnessed firsthand the power of a pure and selfless heart. This story teaches us that true abundance comes not from hoarding what we have, but from sharing with an open heart, trusting that there is always enough for everyone. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more inspiring stories. We'll see you in the next one.